Canada has become a beacon of hope for many, offering a welcoming and inclusive environment. With top-notch healthcare, excellent education, and a strong social safety net, it's no wonder people are drawn to its shores. Canada's robust job market and supportive business environment make it a prime destination for skilled workers and entrepreneurs. Plus, its breathtaking natural beauty offers endless opportunities for outdoor enthusiasts. Canada's multicultural fabric creates a dynamic and inclusive society. Festivals and policies promoting diversity foster a sense of belonging for all. Ready to move to Canada? Let's break down the immigration pathways. Skilled workers, students, and more have specific programs tailored to their needs. Economic immigration programs attract those who can contribute to the economy. Students can transition to permanent residency after earning a Canadian degree. Canada's National Occupational Classification (NOC) lists high-demand jobs. The points-based system evaluates age, education, work experience, and language skills. A higher score increases your chances of permanent residency. Canada offers study permits for international students seeking world-class education. Graduates can obtain a post-graduation work permit, PGWP, to gain valuable work experience. This experience boosts your chances of permanent residency. Express Entry is Canada's streamlined system for skilled workers. It manages 3 federal economic immigration programs, with processing times as short as 6 months. Create an online profile to showcase your skills and qualifications. The Comprehensive Ranking System, CRS, scores your Express Entry profile. Factors include age, education, work experience, and language skills. A higher CRS score improves your chances of receiving an invitation to apply for permanent residency. After creating your Express Entry profile, wait for the government draws. High-ranking candidates receive invitations to apply for permanent residency. Submit a complete application with supporting documents within 60 days. While waiting for your application to be processed, improve your language skills. Research different Canadian cities and connect with others going through the process. Canada's Family Class Sponsorship Program reunites families. Sponsors must be Canadian citizens or permanent residents and meet financial requirements. Sponsored relatives undergo medical and security checks. Sponsors must prove financial stability and meet specific eligibility criteria. Sponsored relatives' eligibility depends on their relationship to the sponsor and other factors. Okay, you've checked the eligibility requirements and you're both good to go. High five! Now, let's talk about the actual application process. Brace yourselves, folks, because it involves a bit of paperwork. But hey, what's a little paperwork when it comes to reuniting with your loved ones, right? The first step is to figure out which one of you is applying first. You, the sponsor, or your relative, the sponsored person. This is called dual intent and means Canada is cool with someone applying for permanent residency while also maybe applying for a temporary visa to come visit sooner. Multitasking at its finest. Once you've got that sorted, it's time to gather all the necessary documents. We're talking passports, birth certificates, marriage certificates, if applicable, proof of relationship, financial documents, and all that good stuff. Make sure everything is translated into English or French and get those documents certified. Next up, you'll need to create an online account and submit your application through Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada's IRCC website. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully and double-check everything before you hit that submit button. Accuracy is key, my friends. No typos allowed. Once your application is submitted, it's time for the waiting game again. The processing time for family sponsorship applications can vary depending on a few factors, but it's best to be prepared for a bit of a wait. Okay, folks, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something truly important: Canada's commitment to protecting those fleeing persecution and violence. Canada has a long and proud history of offering refuge to those in need, and their refugee and humanitarian programs are a testament to that commitment. They understand that everyone deserves a chance at a safe and peaceful life, regardless of where they come from. Canada offers protection to individuals who have been forced to flee their home countries due to a well-founded fear of persecution. We're talking about people who are at risk of serious harm because of their race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. Canada steps up, offering a lifeline to those seeking sanctuary from danger. Now, there are two main ways to seek refugee protection in Canada: from outside the country, known as resettlement, or from within Canada, known as asylum. Resettlement is for folks who are already recognized as refugees by the United Nations Refugee Agency, or UNHCR, and are referred to Canada for resettlement. Think of it like Canada giving folks a fresh start in a safe and welcoming environment. Asylum, on the other hand, is for those who are already in Canada or at a Canadian port of entry, like an airport or border crossing, and are claiming refugee protection. It's a way for people to seek safety and protection once they're already on Canadian soil. Let's say you're in Canada and need to make a refugee claim. What happens next? Well, first things first, you need to notify the Canadian government that you're seeking asylum. This can be done at any port of entry or at an inland IRCC office. You'll be interviewed by a Canada Border Services Agency officer who will assess your eligibility to make a claim. During this interview, you'll need to explain why you're afraid to return to your home country and provide any evidence you have to support your claim. This could include identity documents, news articles, or even personal testimonies. Remember, honesty is key here. Canada takes refugee claims very seriously. They want to make sure they're offering protection to those who genuinely need it. If the CBSA officer determines that you're eligible to make a claim, you'll be referred to the Immigration and Refugee Board of Canada, or IRB. The IRB is an independent tribunal that decides whether or not you meet the definition of a convention refugee or a person in need of protection. You'll have a hearing in front of an IRB member, where you'll have the opportunity to present your case, with or without a lawyer. This is your chance to tell your story, explain why you need protection, and answer any questions the IRB member might have. Canada understands that coming to a new country as a refugee can be a challenging and overwhelming experience. That's why they offer a range of support services to help refugees and protected persons settle into their new lives. From the moment you arrive in Canada, you'll have access to essential services like language training, employment assistance, and healthcare. There are also a number of non-governmental organizations across Canada that provide support to refugees. These organizations offer a range of services, such as housing assistance, legal aid, and social support. Think of them as a helping hand, guiding refugees through the ins and outs of Canadian life. Canada's commitment to refugee resettlement goes beyond just providing basic necessities. They also recognize the importance of social integration and helping refugees become active and contributing members of Canadian society. Through various programs and initiatives, Canada helps refugees connect with others, learn about Canadian culture, and build a sense of belonging in their new communities. It's about empowering refugees to rebuild their lives with dignity and hope, giving them the tools and support they need to thrive in their new home. Because in Canada, everyone deserves a fair shot at a bright future. All right, you've made it this far. You're informed about the different pathways, you've got your eye on the prize, a life in Canada, duh, and you're ready to tackle that application like a boss. But hold your horses, eager beaver. Before you hit submit, let's talk about some tried and true tips to make your immigration journey as smooth as a Canadian winter wonderland. First things first, details, details, details. The Canadian government is all about accuracy and completeness, so triple check every single thing on your application. Typos? Nope. Missing documents? Vague answers? Don't even think about it. Treat that application like it's the holy grail of immigration forms. Next up, deadlines are your new best friends, or worst enemies, depending on how you look at it. Canada's immigration system is all about timelines, so make sure you submit everything on time. Missed a deadline? Well, that could mean starting the whole process over again, and nobody wants that. So, set reminders, mark your calendar, and get those applications in early. Now, let's talk about language skills. Canada's got 2 official languages, English and French. And while you don't need to be fluent in both to immigrate, having a good grasp of at least one will definitely increase your chances of success. Plus, it'll make your life in Canada a whole lot easier. To lawyer up or not? Seeking professional guidance. Navigating the Canadian immigration system can feel like trying to find your way out of a snowdrift after a blizzard. Sometimes, you need a little help from the experts. That's where immigration lawyers and consultants come in. Think of them as your trusty guides, helping you navigate the twists and turns of the immigration process. But hold on a minute. Not all heroes wear capes, and not all immigration experts are created equal. There are some shady characters out there, so it's important to do your research and choose a reputable professional who's authorized to provide immigration advice. So how do you know who to trust? Well, first off, make sure they're registered with the Immigration Consultants of Canada Regulatory Council, ICCRC, or a provincial or territorial law society. These organizations set professional standards and ensure that their members are qualified to provide immigration advice. Don't be afraid to ask for references and check online reviews. Word of mouth is a powerful thing, and hearing about other people's experiences can give you valuable insights into a lawyer or consultant's track record. Remember, you're trusting this person with your immigration dreams, so choose wisely. And here's a pro tip. Even if you decide to hire a representative, stay involved in the process. Read all the forms, ask questions, and make sure you understand what's going on. After all, it's your future on the line. So there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the ins and outs of Canadian immigration, from the enticing allure of maple syrup and mountains to the nitty-gritty of applications and eligibility criteria. You've met skilled workers chasing their dreams, families reuniting on Canadian soil, and refugees finding safety and a fresh start. It's a beautiful tapestry of human stories, all woven together by the common thread of hope and opportunity. Canada's immigration system, while complex and at times seemingly daunting, is ultimately designed to welcome those who can contribute to the country's social and economic fabric. It's a system that recognizes the value of diversity, the importance of family, and the fundamental right to seek safety and a better life. But let's be real, folks. Immigrating to a new country is no walk in the park. It takes guts, determination, and a whole lot of paperwork. There will be challenges along the way, moments of self-doubt, and maybe even a few tears over misplaced documents. But trust me, the rewards are immeasurable. Imagine waking up to the crisp Canadian air, the smell of pine needles and freshly brewed coffee filling your senses. Picture yourself strolling through bustling multicultural markets, sampling exotic foods and soaking up the vibrant atmosphere. Envision your children attending top-notch schools, making lifelong friends from all corners of the globe. This is the promise of Canada, a country where dreams are nurtured, diversity is celebrated, and opportunity knocks for those willing to work hard and embrace the adventure. It's a place where you can be yourself, chase your passions, and build a brighter future for yourself and your loved ones. Remember, you're not just moving to a new country, you're embarking on a journey of self-discovery, a chance to rewrite your story against the backdrop of breathtaking landscapes and a society that values compassion and equality. So, what are you waiting for? Take that leap of faith, my friends. Dive headfirst into the application process, embrace the unknown, and see where Canada takes you. Who knows? You might just surprise yourself with what you can achieve in the Great White North. Gather your documents, polish your language skills, and connect with others who are on the same journey. There's a whole community of dreamers and doers out there, ready to cheer you on every step of the way. And remember, even if the path seems long and winding, keep your eye on the prize. A life filled with possibility, opportunity, and maybe even a little bit of maple syrup. Canada is calling, my friends. Will you answer?